Number 10. San Marino. With a GDP per capita of $70,139. This European microstate has a population of only 33,000 inhabitants. The stable and prosperous economy of San Marino is partly owed to its resourceful citizens, who were able to successfully adapt and utilize their available resources. Its hardworking citizens contribute to the economy by producing ceramics, tiles, building materials, furniture, clothing, fabrics, paints, quality spirits and wines for export. The export of fruit has also been a factor in the nation's recent economic growth. The even distribution of wealth in this socialist society has led to one of the lowest poverty rates in the world. With its low local population count and although its visitors count dropped to 2 million travelers a year, more than half of the country's GDP owes to tourism. Number 9. Brunei. With a GDP per capita of $74,953. This small Southeast Asian nation has a population of around 440,000 people. What has made Brunei so rich is its offshore oil drilling industry, bringing the economic riches from export. It is well known that there are people in Brunei who enjoy luxurious things in life. Its sultan regulates everything from the military to the economy, imposing unique punishing rules and providing free education and medical care for its citizens. Brunei has an over 97% literacy rate and is also known as the second happiest nation on the continent, just behind Singapore. Number 8. United States of America. With a GDP per capita of $76,027. This gigantic nation of North America has an estimated population of around 332 million people. With resource-rich land and the biggest economy in the world, United States has a strong purchasing power. It supplies its energy and can export its oil and gas for profit. The size of its economy and the high rate of real GDP growth is unmatched by any other country. This country has an entrepreneurial mindset that is encouraged from an early age and supported by university programs and research institutions. There is also a developed financial system in place of equity finance and a decentralized banking system that supports entrepreneurial activities in the country. Number 7. Norway. With a GDP per capita of $77,808. Norway has an estimated population of around 5,400,000 people. This country is known to have the highest standard of living on Earth and ranked top on the Human Development Index with its advanced education systems, distinct social security system, and universal health care. Its raw oil and gas resources exports lead the economy, while abundant reserves guarantee future prosperity, including seafood, hydropower, lumber, minerals, natural gas, and fresh water. The government invests in free education for its citizens, while parents ensure that kids learn the importance of productivity from an early age in school. Although things cost a lot in Norway, Norwegians don't mind investing back into their economy, while having high purchasing power through high wages enables them to spend extravagantly abroad. Number 6. United Arab Emirates. With a GDP per capita of $78,255. This Arab nation has an estimated population of around 9,900,000 people. With the discovery of oil and natural gas, both on land and in its waters, the country moved away from its earlier dependence on pearl diving, fishing and agriculture, and into an economy dominated by natural resources. UAE has a rich natural resources which is 10% of the total world supply of oil reserves and the world's 5th largest natural gas reserves. Having been able to establish some of the most luxurious resorts in the world, Dubai, along with the rest of the country, has moved on to tourism, which keeps investing in itself through ongoing growth and popularity. Number 5. Switzerland. With a GDP per capita of $84,658. This European country has an estimated population of around 8,700,000 inhabitants. It was considered as one of the happiest and healthiest nations on Earth. Even with its high cost of living, expensive products and services, and the Swiss franc's extremely high value with a high conversion rate to other currencies, people stream to engage with this country through business or tourism. A stable economy with a fixed currency value, Switzerland is regarded highly by investors searching for a safe haven for highly profitable feats. Attractive tax rates bring in investment and international companies seek to expand their business to Switzerland. Exports contribute the most of its GDP, with gems and precious metals bringing nearly $100 billion a year, followed by pharmaceuticals and machinery. Its mountains, the charm of its cities, and the luxurious lifestyle call out millions of tourists every year. Number 4. Qatar. With a GDP per capita of $112,789. This Arab nation has a population of around 2,900,000 people. With only a small fishing industry and almost no schools just 50 years ago, the once sleeping peninsula off Saudi Arabia's eastern coast has become a significant oil exporting world center in the last 2 decades. Oil and gas reserves have pulled Qatar out of the ranks of the world's poorest countries and offered it with one of the highest per capita incomes in the world. The shipment of petroleum and liquefied petroleum gas abroad is the primary driver of its economy. This country has the largest natural gas reserves globally, following Russia and Iran. Number 3. Ireland. With a GDP per capita of $124,596. This country has a population of around 5 million people. Its low corporate taxes attracts numerous multi-billion-dollar companies to relocate and grow their business in the country, contributing to the GDP and the high standard of living for the people. Although citizens receive high wages, the income per capita grows slower than the collective GDP. The country's main exports comprise metals and food products, including brewing, computer parts and software, and textiles. Ireland is also largely dependent on its tertiary industry, including call centers, legal services, accounting, customer service, and stock broking. Number 2. Singapore. With a GDP per capita of $131,580. This Southeast Asian country has a population of around 5.9 million people. Having no natural resources to build its economy on has not stopped the hardworking and inventive Singaporeans from turning their country into the second richest in the world. Being a central world hub for global financial services firms drives the economy. The jobs in manufacturing, services, transport engineering, and logistics pay its citizens well, while electronics, biotechnology, and chemicals are the country's main exports. By erecting high-end infrastructure and significantly expanding its tourism sector, Singapore attracts millions of tourists every year. On top of that, the government procured a very investor-friendly economic environment for foreign direct investment. Number 1. Luxembourg. With a GDP per capita of $140,694. This European small nation has a population of only 625,000 people. This country is known for high income levels and a low unemployment rate. While its inflation rate rose to 6.8% in August 2022, its wealth stays stable. According to the World Economic Forum, the primary factor for Luxembourg's high GDP is the large number of people working in this tiny, landlocked nation while residing in the neighboring Western European countries. The advanced infrastructure and high values for the labor market attract investment and duplicates of the big outside firms. Having depended on the steel and iron industry for a long time until it stopped bringing profit in the 1970s, the nation adapted superbly. Today, as one of the most educated labor forces in the world, Luxembourg prospers from a mix of industries, predominantly and an import-export economy based on financial services. Small to medium-sized companies expanded, while multinational corporations highly demand a highly skilled labor force with the ability to speak multiple languages. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.